What are some words you use to describe RTI?
Awesome, family, friendly. I would have to say care, because that's the first thing that I noticed was past companies didn't seem to give a care about their drivers. And I was at that point when I came over. Like, I felt like nobody really cared in the industry. And I was so shocked. It was like a culture shock coming to RTI, because it's like these people genuinely care about the drivers.
So what are some ways that you've seen that care demonstrated, like actual actions?
They talk to you, they communicate. Like when you call, they know you by name. Like that's the first thing that struck me, was my DM knew me by name and actually took an interest in helping me in whatever situation I was calling about. If it was a problem at a shipper or something like that, he'd be like, I'm all over it, tell me exactly what happened, what do you need? And then they would fix it. That was so impressive to me. Like, it was so impressive.
Bit of like a culture shock almost?
It was a complete culture shock to what I was used to. Because it was bad experience after bad experience in the trucking industry. And I just got to that point where I'm like, I don't want to be cynical, but I realize, nobody gives and care about us kind of mentality. And then coming here, this is kind of my last, like I even told Jordan, this is like my last shot. I'm going to give this company a try. If it goes bad, I'm gone. I'm out of trucking. Like, I hate this. Like, I was so down about the whole thing. RTI changed it. Like, I was so impressed with you guys.
So talking about, that experience, like, you're happy now. So before RTI, kind of give us a little bit of a background, what you were doing, and then, how you got trucking and da-da-da-da.
So I was in law enforcement originally, and it was a combined police and fire department. And what struck me was it was an old cab over fire truck that we had. Oh my God, I just loved driving and conquering the big truck. And I had always thought, like, it would be so cool to just drive the open road. Like, that's what got me. And started watching some YouTube videos, went to truck school, long story short. 8.5 years ago, became a truck driver. And had some bad experiences in the industry, a lot of little small companies and just companies not caring about you was the main thing. It's like, no, I don't know. You felt like a number with those companies. And I stuck with it for a long time, and it was weighing on me.
So having those difficult, situations and experiences with other companies, for the general population, what would you say are some common misconceptions that others have of drivers?
There's so many stereotypes that a driver should look a certain way or talk a certain way, and that's not it. Like, we're so many different people out here over the road.
Mm-hmm. So talking about people over the road, how have you found, your role in social media to positively enhance your life and the life of others?
Well, for one, it led me to RTI. I have to say that. But I think it opened a line of communication with other truck drivers and being able to just talk about issues in the industry and see that other drivers were having the same problem and talk about what the solution could be. Like, talk about solutions and not just the problems. Like, I think social media really opened up that venue for me to express my concerns or my frustrations in the industry. And then coming to RTI, I feel like it's been the perfect venue to express how amazed I am that there are companies that care.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you were talking to a driver and they were looking for, their next company, what would you tell them about RTI?
I would say give them a try. Give them a try. This is one company you're going to want to give a try.
Why would you want to give them a try?
Thank you. That's a good point. Because they support, I would say give them a try because they support the driver. And I'm trying to think, the reason it's hard for me to answer that is because my first go-to is finding out who the driver is and what their needs are. And then I usually talk to them on that level because it seems like no matter what it is they're looking for, RTI's got it.
Being with other companies over the last, almost 9 years, and now that you're with RTI, how would you summarize like your overall experience with RTI in a few sentences?
Because there's like so many things, right? Like I love the fact that as a lease purchase driver, it's a business to business relationship, so there's a mutual respect with everybody, but at the same time you feel that family type of support. And that's what means the most to me.
So say you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it gets handled, and then how do you feel RTI goes about like handling that? Like if you have an issue and you're taking it to them, does it get resolved? How does that go about?
They listen. I think that's the number one thing. No other company have I experienced the DM truly listening to the driver. It's like it goes right over their head. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't have any experience in the industry. And here they do. They actually listen. What's going on? Are you okay if it's a bad situation or something like that? But they listen.
Is there anything else you'd like to share? I know you do a lot of social media work. Is there anything you kind of want to plug?
I would say come follow me on Brittney In Pink on Facebook and American Truckers on YouTube. I love connecting with people, and so love connecting with people in the industry, and I'd love to see you there.